From week 4. This is what quarterback Daniel Jones had to say about his performance. His performance against the Seahawks. Quote, I let the team down. Really, Daniel? Really? Hi, everybody. This is the Football Hut. The amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and we're back here at the Football Hut. Pissed off. It took me about over a day, 2 days to talk about this. Because this is about as bad of a performance as we could possibly get. This is an embarrassment, quite frankly. And the 2 games that the Giants have played against the Cowboys and the Seahawks, they have been outscored 64-3. Let me say this again. 64-3. They've not scored a touchdown on their home field at MetLife Stadium. What the hell, man? And what the hell? This is about as bad as it gets. And the word is from that they said during the game that Coach Brian Daboll's having a big problem with Daniel Jones and that he doesn't quite have the sense of urgency. That's my quote. I was just saying, no sense of urgency. Give me a break. So now we have a bad situation. The team is 1-3. This was a game they going into the season. I thought they had a chance to win this game. And they were completely dominated from start to finish. And even when it looked like they were going to come back in this game, they turned the ball over. This is about as bad of a game as you can get. They have given up. They're minus 76 points. That's how many more points they have given up per versus how many they've scored. It's disgusting. Disgusting performance by a team that. We knew going into the season that the schedule was against them. We know that. The 7 of the first 9 games are on the road. And this is about as big of a mess as you could possibly get. You read some parts of GiantsWire.USA today. In week 4, Jones lost a fumble and threw 2 interceptions, giving him a league-leading 6 on the season. One of those interceptions came at the goal line and was promptly returned 97 yards for a touchdown, giving Seattle a swing of plus 14 in a matter of seconds. Now, I'm not going to say it's all on him, but the defense on the Giants is terrible. They gave up a second touchdown to the Seahawks, and nobody tackled them. They touched them, they didn't tackle them. And that was a problem in the last few weeks, the first 3 weeks of the season. The lack of tackling. I mean, just the basics. It was a back-breaking turnover in the unofficial end to the game. Quote, obviously terrible decision, awful mistake, so I can't afford to do that. Well, you think so, Daniel? Really, Daniel? There appeared to be a miscommunication between Jones and wide receiver Paris Campbell on the play, but that's not a solid excuse for the veteran quarterback. He failed to recognize that Campbell's out of position while also missing a wide-open tight end, Darren Waller, who was likely down the list on his progressions. Darren Waller should be the number 1 option. He has been a non-factor. He's been a non-factor. This is a excellent tight end, and he's been a non-factor. There were several opportunities that he had to throw the ball to Darren Waller, and even Waller was getting frustrated with him. As Jones made his way to the bench after that play, head coach Brian Daboll was furious. Well, no kidding. Quote, obviously not through an interception, Daboll said when asked what he wanted Jones to do on the play. Processing errors were the Achilles heel for Jones on Monday night, and which has been the problem of his whole career. Not only did he make that error at the goal line, but he failed to throw Campbell open later in the game, leading to another interception. He also missed a wide-open Wan'Dale Robinson at one point, instead of choosing to flee a clean pocket because he was seeing ghosts. Quote, obviously I didn't play well enough. Really, Daniel? Really? It was unacceptable and I let the team down. No shit, Sherlock. So I've got to fix it. I got to work hard to get it right, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to look at myself and study myself and see where I can improve and see where I can help this team. And that's what I'm focused on. My play wasn't good enough. I know that, and that's what I'm focused on. This guy, I didn't have a problem with them signing him to that long-term deal. But holy crap. They got a big problem here. They have a big quarterback problem in terms of just up here. I mean, and here too. I mean, there's like no fire. Now we know he's been like this, but there is no fire with this quarterback. We saw it in the first game, the second game against the Arizona Cardinals. We saw it, but for some reason, this son of a bitch can't like figure it out after that game. It's terrible. Now, obviously now the honeymoon is over for Brian Daboll. Just 4 games into this season, this offense has been a non-factor. The defense is a total collapse of this defense. Nobody tackles. How could you not tackle? There was so many missed tackles in this game. I felt like the first game against the Cowboys. That's how I felt watching this game. Completely, totally like beaten. I didn't feel like that in the second half with Arizona. I didn't feel like that against the 49ers. They played pretty good against the 49ers. I thought they actually were quite good. But they were going up against a big team. The Seahawks aren't a big team. They don't have Russell Wilson on that team anymore. They had Geno Smith, for God's sake. And I know that Saquon Barkley hasn't been playing the last few weeks, but come on. There should be more, and obviously with injuries, John Michael Schmitz got hurt. We know that. We know there've been some injuries that they've had to deal with. All teams deal with injuries. And we know that Barkley's been out. But this offense is pathetic. And it's been pathetic even the first week. And now they're going up against the Dolphins. They're going to be major underdogs. Big underdogs against the Dolphins. They're not beating the Dolphins. As a Giants fan, it really bothers me to say that, but they're going to lose. They're going to lose to the Dolphins. The Dolphins are going to eat them for lunch. I don't see any way how they're going to be able to beat the Dolphins this week. I just don't see it. Now, Daboll said on Monday that there's not going to be any real moves with the personnel and the staff, although they did sign offensive lineman Justin Pugh on Tuesday, sorry. And but Daboll said they're not making any moves. They're not doing any kind of changes to the staff. Nothing. Nothing to do with the personnel. They're not doing anything. And now people are starting to compare him to Joe, and people are starting to compare him to Joe Judge. I was very high on Brian Daboll's first season. We're going to give him a long rope here because the reality is he's come from very good systems, obviously with being in Buffalo all those years and obviously being with the Patriots. But it's an obvious thing. Daniel Jones is not Josh Allen. He's certainly not Tom Brady. And this is going to be this is a big problem. When your quarterback doesn't have that sense of urgency, you're in deep doo-doo. Deep caca, as they like to say. Well, he should have done a better job. He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. He should have done a better job. You think so? What was his quote? Let me see his quote was again. Just complete total ridiculousness. Beyond belief. Let me see what he had. I let the team down. Yeah, okay. No kidding. No kidding, Daniel. Boy, he talking about an understatement. Understatement of this very short season. I let the team down. No kidding. Well, thank you for watching this video. Of course, please subscribe to Football, and I'll see you later.